So we're here with Ryan Tumaliuan, America's Greatest Otaku candidate from Los Angeles, California. When did you start to get into collecting?
The beginning probably happened when I was still in my mother's womb. My very first toy was actually an X-Wing fighter.
Okay.
Like I didn't have a baby rattle or a teddy bear, I had an X-Wing fighter. Probably like when I started collecting comic books. My very first comic was actually Punisher number 11. It just, it felt natural to go from comics to toys to anime and manga. Some of the hardest stuff I was able to find was a Sailor Moon figure. And this figure is actually during the time when Naoko Takeuchi was at Comic-Con. I went to every booth at Comic-Con and I found this one Sailor Moon action figure and I was like, oh great, this is awesome. So I got that. I waited 2 hours in line, got her autograph, and I was the happiest person alive. I had this Omega Supreme Transformer from when I was a little kid that I got on Christmas Day. He was actually the first Transformer that walks, and like when I got him, he was huge. He was like this big. Unfortunately, on that same day, I started making him walk. His leg broke. Oh. So like, Christmas here, oh, bah humbug, he's broken. Yeah, so like for the longest time I was searching for that one Transformer. Right. And I actually found him. I have a bunch of Stan Lee autographs. I have Jack Kirby. There's like a bunch of stuff that you can't get autographed anymore, and I have them. Wow.
So throughout your entire collection, you've got 10 to 20,000 items.
Yeah, about. I could probably buy like a huge mansion with all the stuff that I could, if I were to sell everything. That's not gonna happen though.
Have you ever sold anything?
No. There was like this saying in Genshiken about there's like souls in everything. I guess it's like a primitive culture religion. And that's kind of like what I think. It's like, oh, like Princess Leia here has a soul. Well, I've always been a creator, I guess, like an artist. My family is mostly artists. All the influence from manga and all the visual influence like actually made me kind of go through that route. I mean, I've always wanted to become a comic book artist, but then I went to school for toy design. I've worked on stuff like Bratz, like dolls. I usually do like a lot of Bratz, or not Bratz, a lot of dolls in general. Rainbow Bright, Tinkerbell, and on the boys' side, I did some stuff for Naruto for Mattel.
Oh, cool. I
like get toys for reference usually, and then like inspiration. So like when say I'm referencing Poco here, I would look at the face, the eye placement. I would look at her anatomy and then like kind of match that with whatever I'm designing, like say like a doll, and then I would like take my doll design and kind of morph this shape and form into what I see fits the doll itself.
Right. Are there any artists that you love in that scene that you're favorites of yours?
Probably my favorite would be Tristan Eaton.
Sure.
I have a couple of his stuff.
And have you ever designed your own toy as an urban vinyl type piece?
Yeah. It's a Mikuru in a monkey outfit, and it's actually at my booth at Anime Expo right now.
When you draw, you and your brother work together typically? Or?
We have the same interests, but our influences are kind of different. So we kind of like have different ideas for like our stories. I usually just come up with a story and I would draw it, and since I do come from an art school, I have a lot of art friends. Sure. And I would bring some of them in and then like help me out like with like say coloring or like logo design. I'm actually I created this one this comic called At the Blade of Dawn, and that's actually one of them. The other one I created is Congoers, which is for an anime podcast on the East Coast.
Folks, Ryan, is he America's Greatest Otaku? Is someone else America's Greatest Otaku? That's what we will see over the next few weeks. Obviously, America's Greatest Otaku candidates are amazing, so keep with us, and thank you, Ryan.
Thank you.